So, new week, big week actually, because we have the news that I talked about earlier. Retail sales on Tuesday, OMC on Wednesday, and on Thursday we have unemployment claims. My eyes are all into like Wednesday. I don't really care what's going to happen, but I will be uh, aware of the fact that we have news coming up and pretty big news. So I'm gonna be a bit de-risked for uh, Monday and Tuesday at least, and then we can see where we're gonna be going for moving forward after the FOMC. So starting off with price action, let's see what we're doing, where we're at, where we're sitting at. So based on daily, let me start off with the weekly actually. Based on weekly, I won't lie to you guys, this is looking to me like freaking retest, right? Retest before lower. Um, kind of looking like a top structure based on wicks, retest before lower, lower, we don't know where actually, but I have a target here, and I have a target here as well based on the daily. Let's go into the daily. Yeah, this makes sense as well. If we come into these weeks, take out this liquidity over the next few days, we could potentially get something like this soon, or we will jump on lower time from the cities 112k to hold, right? It's just my comes wrong conclusion weekly on a Monday. I would blind short 120, not gonna lie. Yeah, I do think we will get some sort of opportunity to short here, and it will be a pretty good short actually. I'm not jumping in the conclusion on a Monday, of course, but you know, by the looks of it, on the weekly, it's just a bit concerning. Of course, we could just blow off here and go way higher this week, but we will see. We will see. FOMC will keep things tight until it comes out. So, jumping into the 4-hour chart. Okay, we have some clean liquidity sitting at 120. 120 is a pretty big level for me for the next few weeks, maybe month. If we manage to take out this liquidity into this big ass POI on like distribution here, then we could potentially see price trading back to 103, 104. I mean, this is looking like a city low, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like this low. We have also equal low sitting right here. So yeah, something like this is what I'm looking at. Moreover, if we jump into zoom in a bit here into lower time frame, let's go into 1 hour chart. We could be looking for like some lower time frame plays. Okay, here we have a POI consolidation into the POI, could be leading to a flush into internal liquidity before any upside. So this is what I'm looking at in terms of lower time frame as well. But you know, be cautious this week because we might be seeing some pretty massive volatility coming up after Wednesday. 74k low was a city low as well, 49k as well. This has been making city low instead of giving actual capitulation weeks of my life. Yeah, this has been the case. We will see. We will see. Anyways, let's jump straight into TPO first. Okay, starting off with the weekly. Why that particular POI for the potential reversal of the lows? You mean which one? This one at 112. Well, this POI is because it's an extreme. This low actually led to this break of structure, right? So we have internal liquidity sitting right here along with the order block. So this is also a gap on higher time frame, a huge gap, right? Let me make it a bit clearer for you. Liquidity resting along with an order block. So this is a pretty big level, all this area, pretty big level to bounce from, because if we don't bounce from here, we're gonna be seeing these lows getting taken out and potentially even lower, right? Because this is the move that led to this massive move to the upside. This is the extreme, right? So let's jump right into market profile now. Okay, into the weekly. We did actually bounce from the prior 7-week value high, and we traded back into the prior 5-week value low. Now we're finding some sort of resistance here, so we're trading between some pretty important levels on the higher time frame. On the lower time frame, we have formed a clean 2-week composite. This week we don't add it, we don't merge it into our composite because it's like an expansion week. So what we're expecting price to trade within here for a while. Any sort of acceptance and slow grind above 116k, and we're targeting 118.9, 120k, 119k actually, because we have an NPOC on the weekly, and furthermore we will be targeting 120k, which is the value high of this week 5-week value. Now if we reject here, we're looking for a move back to 112, right? And 112 will determine if we're bouncing off here and potentially trading again here, or trading above here, above the 5-week value low. And 112 also will determine if we accept below, that price is gonna go lower towards 109 at least, because here we also have the 2-week value low and the 7-week value high. And if we manage to come into this area, this will determine the rotation from here to here, or the bounce back to 112. So that's pretty much it on the weekly. Now let's go into the daily. On the daily, we have formed a 3-day composite. It's only important for intraday scalps, not gonna lie. It's not useful for our macro and to build our bias, but for intraday scalps, any sort of acceptance above here will lead us to value high, and we're trading here. And of course, any sort of slow grind above 116k is going to lead to a move towards 119 and 120, as we said here. So 116K is also important on lower time frame, and 115K is important here as well, because any sort of acceptance below here, and we're getting back to fill this NPOC, these single prints, and everything else that we have sitting below us. All right, so that's pretty much everything about market profile. Let's jump into the VWAPs. Now, starting off with the yearly. Let me bring up the yearly here. So, last week we talked about price actually accepting above again developing yearly value high, and I must say that 112K here again is a pretty important factor, because any sort of acceptance below 110, which is our developing yearly value high, will be leading to further breakdown towards this POI, and furthermore towards 98K, which is our developing VWAP. All right. So if we are bullish, we need to keep on holding above here. Holding above value high is going to lead to an impulsive move to the upside. Once again, let me show you an example. This is what happened last time we started grinding above developing yearly value high. So if we are to pump anytime soon, we need to keep on grinding above value high. All right. Now let's jump into the quarterly value. Now, based on the quarterly, okay, we're into a point of interest, which is the developing quarterly VWAP, right? If we start rejecting, as we are kind of doing, a quarterly VWAP, we're going back to developing value low. Another reason why 112K area is pretty fucking important, right? 112K will eventually lead the way, right? If we bounce from here, we're going up. If we flip here, we're going way lower, right? So that's pretty much it. If we manage to keep on holding above developing quarterly value, which I'm not thinking we will be doing for the next couple of days, we're going to value high, which is our POI as well, 120K. So yeah, bullish line in the sand is 112K, bearish line in the sand is 120K, right? So our do or die level for bulls, our do or die level for bears. All right, let's jump right into the monthly now. Imagine we just chop, yeah, that would be fuck my life. So look at this, 112K once again, previous month value low, developing month VWAP. So if we come down here, this will be the place to look for trades, because if we're holding above here, we're actually in a trending environment, right? If you see the developing monthly VWAP, holding price pretty good. Now for a scalp, we could be holding value high. So here we have an NPOC as well. I have marked it out into my chart already. We have an NPOC at 114.1. So we could be getting a scalp here if we manage to hold developing monthly value. for a move towards here. If here we get some sort of slow grind, as I said, we're going way higher. And 120k again being our level of interest, 119 to be exact. But yeah, we have a POI at 120k, so why don't we just tag it, right? Now, the most important value for intraday is the weekly, sorry. The weekly here will determine if we're going lower or we're just chopping. If we come back into the weekly, tag my POI, which I would love to, or not, and start trading back below, we're accepting within value and we're going to 114k to begin with. But I do think we will actually rotate the whole value and reverse the whole thing towards 112k. So 112k once again acting as our major level. Slow grind below here, breakdown below, develop previous week VWAP, and we're going straight to 112. Any sort of trading and time we spend above here, it's just choppy. For bulls, we would like to see price trading above the previous weekly value high, right? We need to have some sort of slow grind happening, right? We need to spend some time and space above. So if we do that, we're just trading towards 120k. We'll see. But the weekly is the most important value for now. So, bringing up everything into our main chart, we have formed a clean range over the weekend. Let me bring up my value. Okay, if we manage to get some sort of slow grind above here, we're going towards 116k, which is our POI, and value high from this 3-day composite. Now, if we come into this and we start grinding higher above 5-week value low, we're getting a rotational play from 5-week value low towards 5-week value high, but to begin with previous month value high, right? Now, any sort of acceptance below previous week value high is a sorting opportunity to target 112k. So, all in all, price is just chopping around for now, right? Even at this sweep of these lows, it's just chopping around right here. It's a Monday, and okay, it's a classic Monday play, but yeah. Also another play that I'm looking at, and I'm posted about it on BTC Thesis, is tag of NPOC, a reclaim of the lows here for a potential move towards our POI, right? But yeah, we'll see how price develops, and I will update furthermore on BTC Thesis. Price is just chopping around for now on lower time frame. On higher time frame, we have some pretty clean levels play. So that's pretty much it. Let me know, guys, if you have any questions, and I will stop the recording and jump right into them.